Each one of you should take a helmet for safety.
Thank you.
Over there?
I don't know where.
Not all, but a number of them in each
They
cluster.
dig it out?
No. This is meat fish.
It was a magic quarry. And during the Arab conquest of the country, it was also sort of a shelter or
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch ye therefore, you know not the day when the Lord shall call your soul away.
Cat in the garbage pail, eating some stuff that Earl threw away.
yet forever young, glory, Jerusalem, 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 forever old, yet forever young. My heart will sing your songs of glory, Jerusalem. ובבואי אייך לקשור כתרים, קטונתי מצעיר בנייך ומאחרון המשוררים, כי שמך צורב את השפתיים כנשיקת שרף, אם אשכחך ירושלים אשר כולה זהב. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, forever old, yet forever young, my heart will sing your songs of glory, Jerusalem.
I come to sing to you and to praise you
And to praise you with crowns.
with crowns. Yeah.
If I will forget the Jerusalem, which is just all of it is gold, huh?
Asher Kulaza, which is all together gold.
which is a piece of gold, if you can say so in English. What?
איך הפסוק הזה שאתה אומר?
ובבואי היום לשיר לך
ורק לקשור.
ולך לקשור. I'm the least of your children, Jerusalem. You see, so
It's poetry, it's
a
difficult
poetry,
to
but it means
translate.
I am the last or the midst of your children. If I will forget thee, because how can one? You are like God to my heart. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, forever old, yet forever young. My heart will sing your songs of glory, Jerusalem.
Bright. There's no clouds in the sky at all. And we're looking at over now the old walled city. In the background, that is. Like most every morning, it's kind of hazy. There we see Mount of Olives in the background behind the old city. Traffic is light at this point in time. It's around 7:45 in the morning. We're getting ready to go down and eat, hopefully. Now we're in a kind of a three-floor shopping mall here on Jaffa. It's a small place. It's kind of neat. Came here looking for a bathroom, and turns out actually I was wrong. It's 4 floors. So in this mall here, it's floor number 1, floor number 2, floor number 3, and up there in the top, floor number 4. Here we found the keyboard place in the mall. Music store, guitar, keyboards. Looks like mirrored balls. Got postcards out here. Sports dealer. So just seen a place that sells speakers for computers, as I recall. Pet shop, watches, various kinds of speakers and computer equipment, cameras and film. Everybody took a call. Walking by a little ballpark of sorts here. There's a very nice park. You're walking along.
I really like that big house.
Continue to walk in the general direction of our hotel, I believe. Continue to walk in the general direction of our hotel. Here's this very tall building that we can see from the Mount of Olives. One of them. Here we are getting ready to have some lunch when the shop. terrific player. Here we are again for the umpteenth time, I guess, filming the wall from our hotel room now that we're back at the Jerusalem Towers. We're on the 11th floor this time. We're filming now the Mount of Olives. Going over to Mount Scorpus. Well, Kim and I are now walking hopefully over to the Garden Tomb. Checked out the Jerusalem Hilton, see how it is. This is the Jerusalem Hilton here. It's right near the old walled city. The price, $250 a day per room. And now we're still walking to the Garden Tomb on the street called Ha-Zarim, or something like that. Now here we are at the wall of the old city, heading towards the Garden Tomb. Here we have what appears to be underground air vents, probably from archaeology diggings underneath. There's several of them along the way here. We're continuing to walk towards the Garden Tomb along the wall here. And this is the new gate we're walking by now. This leads into the Christian quarter. To walk along the wall here. Over here on our left side, there's a lot of construction going on. Looks like they've rebuilt the street. Continuing to walk along the wall here. And over here there's some shops. We're looking at some of the shops along the way here. On the wall right there in the background. Along the walkway here. We're walking down towards the Garden Tomb. Here we are in the Damascus Gate. I guess we'll walk it up. Here's the Jerusalem City Hall. And Jaffa. And the pretty gardens. There are trees with the flowers around the bases as you approach it. Smallest hat shop you'll ever see, but multitudes of hats. And About the size of a normal closet in the bedroom, I think. Kim says she's not having... This is the place where everything here is, I guess, 10 shekels. Main City Hall, but overnight they just added all these floats here. Boy, they added flowers over here. Okay, we're now leaving the city. That there acts as a brake, so that they, when they're going downhill, which we're going downhill at a good slant here, that's how he stops the cart. Here we are walking along the wall. Here we are at the what they call the Citadel. For David in the history of Jerusalem.
The history of Jerusalem. I gotta find out why the people sitting here. Why they?
Continuing our scan about where we left off on the wall here.
Valid title, but let me point out that it's got nothing to do with King David, and it's got nothing to do with anybody called David. David himself, King David himself, lived 3,000 years ago, and this complex, which has been at different times a fortress or a palace or both, this complex is only 2,000 years old. That's going back to its origins. If at the end of the tour you want to stay around a bit longer, you can climb up there and you get to the top of that tower, and firstly you could look right into, as you go through the Jebusite city, 5,000 years ago, 3000 BCE, a Jebusite city. Then we had the beginning of the biblical period, and here we are 3,000 years ago, round about 1000 BCE. That is the time of King David, who was the second king of the Jewish people, and he took Jerusalem and made it the capital. If you look at the map to the left, you'll see from a historical point of having a king, perhaps going as we go round, here's the present day walls of the rock, the western wall there. As I say, this is what the city might have looked to understand what this British expression means. Chock-a-block, it means very crowded. I can't. It was a few weeks ago. Some American visitors said they didn't know what it meant, and I explained it. I haven't had a chance to look it up. Look up the origin of it yet. You'll see if you look carefully. Moriah had significance to Jewish people. I spoke historically just now, but from a religious point of view, perhaps David wanted where Adam and Eve offered sacrifice. In fact, David himself was spared. Incorporate Mount Moriah, the site of the temple. It's on the shores of the Mediterranean, and therefore it's. And thirdly, this is most famous, but till the egg of Abyssinia always incorporated. Well, here's the time bar, and here's the Babylonian civilization that in subsequent centuries. In 332 BCE, Egyptian part, there was the Syrian part, and there was the European part. And here's this little country in the middle. But we had these, instead of kings in Judea, they had procurators now. And a procurator was times, and there were very unsettled times, and they destroyed Jerusalem, including the temple, and it occurred in the year 70 CE, the second temple. Taken away captive during the siege, or they'd be killed in the Roman soldiers taking away the golden candelabrum from the temple in Jerusalem to Rome. For Jews not to walk, because we've got archaeological evidence there, and that's the city of David there. It's outside the wall, but in those days it was inside the walls. It's called Absalom's tomb. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with Absalom, but the name has stuck. Later along, the soldiers are clearing up. You might have noticed before that the three towers to see that even... No, perhaps they didn't do that. There are many hundreds CE. Run period, Aleo-Capitolinian, merging into the whole.
Many of the pictures that you see are three-dimensional, with layers and layers, and so you can scan back and forth and see the three-dimensional photographs, which of course the camera is not showing.
What shall I call it? The Christian four quarters, Christian quarter, Christian quarter, Muslim quarter. No, Muslim quarter, Jewish quarter now, and Abyssinian quarter.
We are now in a very large room showing the Muslim period in Jerusalem.
By this time, there were two centres of importance for the Muslim world. There was the Second Church. So he built the Dome of the Rock, which with a dome at least as big and at least as magnificent as that over the Church of the Holy Sepulchre feature. And they were very good bodyguards, they were devout Muslims, very loyal, good soldiers. They had a Babylon founded on the basis of some buildings which are still in Jerusalem, in the Street of the Chain. Now the Street of the Chain is the street you go through the market. A copy of one of his drinking fountains. You'll still see some of these drinking